Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So Joseph Parker does what a lot of you said he'd do. I must admit I wasn't one of them. I thought Wilder would eventually catch him. But Parker wins a very wide decision over Deontay Wilder. A very strange version of Deontay Wilder, which we'll get to in a moment. But let's not take anything away from Joseph Parker. I had this fight 119, 109. 11 rounds to 1 for Joseph Parker. I would never have predicted that. And this day of reckoning card has been absolutely fantastic, brilliant. And it's not just because of the excitement it's had. There have been some fights, and this fight was one of them, where it's not a particularly exciting fight, but you're interested because it's so unusual. They were so intriguing. Now, I'll push aside Parker's achievement, which is considerable, and concentrate on Deontay Wilder for a moment, because he fought a truly bizarre tactical fight. From the moment the fight started, Parker was the one planting himself in the middle of the ring, and Wilder, who you would think would be the one looking to land his power, was skirting around the edge of the ring. Parker was, staying out of range of that right hand, but trying to control the range so that he could leap in with his big overhand right. He did land one in the opening round, which was kind of a portent of things to come. And Wilder, you would think, would be the one that would want to put the pressure on, take the center stage, and try pumping a jab, body to head to body, and then bang with the right hand. None of that occurred. He didn't seem to be trying to do that. He didn't seem to be utilising his biggest strength. And as the rounds ticked by, Parker was getting closer and closer, getting a bit braver, throwing the right hand over the top, punching to the body. Wilder came in very light, 213, and I think Parker was in the mid 240s. But Parker was having some success banging the jab to the body, trying to slow Wilder's movement down. But it was a weird fight because Wilder fought like Parker was the puncher and he was the boxer, not the other way round. And if Wilder had come out and really been aggressive and started throwing right hands, even if they were catching gloves and elbows and forearms, he could have at least made the statement early on to Parker, you want to come in? I've got something for you. He was doing none of that. He was allowing Parker to find his range, get in close. Parker was started to let his hands go from about the fourth round, fifth round. He started to really fire some combinations. And the overhand right, he would dip low to sort of get his head off the line and then come over the top with the right hand. And he was landing because Wilder was just bolt upright, waiting for it. In the eighth round, to start with, it looked like Wilder was getting a bit, finding his mojo a bit. But with a minute left, Parker he nailed Wilder, got him into the corner and on the ropes and just started battering him. I mean, he tagged him and knew he'd buzzed him. And, the thing we've said about Joseph Parker in the past is he lacks killer instinct. Well, he slipped right into gear when he had Wilder hurt in the eighth round. Suddenly, those punches were coming over and he was showing some real spite. I have to say this is Joseph Parker's best performance, even allowing for the strangeness, the tactical oddness of Wilder's performance. Parker showed real discipline. He followed the game plan, the tactics to a T. All credit to Andy Lee for setting up the victory with those tactics. Wilder with Malik Scott in the corner. I don't know. It was weird because Jay Dees was also in the corner, and Jay Dees is the one that taught Wilder how to fight. Wilder didn't start fighting until he was 20. Jay Dees was one, and he was this kind of the head trainer, and then Mark Breland came in, and now I don't know what Malik Scott brings to the party, to be honest. I mean, he talks a lot. He talks very sort of eloquently, and he likes to give the impression that he is a student of the game. But if he came up with this game plan for Wilder, Wilder's in serious trouble because this was terrible. And Jay Dees was in the corner. He was the one saying to Wilder, come on, get your skates on. You're losing the fight. Get your rhythm going. Let your punches go. Come on. Right to the end, Malik Scott was the one sort of holding back and not really... there was no urgency there. You know what I mean? Very strange, very, very odd. But all credit to Joseph Parker for springing this upset. Not many people believed in him. Some people said, yeah, if there's going to be an upset, it's this one. And you got it right. I didn't. I got it wrong. I've got a lot of these wrong on this day of reckoning card, but hey ho, that's the way it goes. But yeah, Wilder afterwards, when he was interviewed, was very odd too. He had a smile on his face. He was like, well, I thought I won, which he most certainly did not. But, you know, he talked about this, what is it called, ayahuasca or something? I don't know what the hell this thing is. Some sort of drug, some sort of mind-altering substance which is meant to make you sort of send you away with the fairies and you're permanently happy and all this sort of crap. And he fought like that. He fought like he was on some sort of strange sedative. Very, very strange performance. But Joseph Parker, back in the game. You think back 15 months ago, he suffered a bad beating at the hands of Joe Joyce. And he's had 4 fights this year since then, and he is right back in the game. Whereas Joyce, who knocked him flat, suffered 2 bad defeats to Zhilei Zhang. Dillian White, who beat Parker many years ago, he's out of the game now due to, you know, another failed PED test. It just shows you if you persevere and you believe in yourself, you can get there. You can rebuild your career. You can learn from your mistakes. And all credit to Joseph Parker for doing this. All credit in the world to him. He's gradually fulfilling his potential, which frustratingly in the past we thought he was wasting. I'm eager to see what he does. We've yet to see Anthony Joshua against Otto Wallin, but I would say Parker deserves the winner of that fight. He's won that one semi-final. Wallin and Joshua have got the other semi-final. Then let's put the winners together. That would be what I would want. So what did you think of the performance? What did you think of Parker? What did you think of Wilder? I'm really intrigued to know what you thought of Wilder. Leave your comments below. I will read them all. I will answer as many as I can. As always, thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please hit the like button as well because that helps us. And spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Thank you. We've got one more left. See you then.